Yo, what up, YouTube? This man bring y'all another gameplay commentary, and this time got a little Gears of War 3. And what I want to do with this video is I want to give y'all my final assessment of the Gears of War 3 beta. And I took a little time to do this because, you know, I wanted to give it a fair assessment, and I want to take everything in. I want to take in what they added, and I want to take in what they subtracted. And all in all, my overall grade for the beta is a B+. Because, to be honest, they added more stuff in than they took away. You know, I don't like the fact that they made the wall bounce, the sticky wall bounce, like it is on Gears of War 1. It ain't quite like Gears of War 1 that you can cancel, but if you cancel like twice, if you truly air bounce like you can on Gears 2, you'll lag a little bit, or it'll make you stick to the wall for a second. I guess that was their way of counteracting the air bounce or whatnot. But you can cancel, but it's not the wall bounce is not as smooth as it is on Gears of War 2. But the beautiful thing about Gears of War 3, what they did with the beta, they finally got their netcode right. They fixed the hit detection for the most part. Sometimes, you know, you'll point blank a motherfucker and it still won't kill them. But for the most part, when you shoot somebody on this game, they die. And that was the most frustrating part of Gears of War series, of the whole Gears of War series. The most frustrating thing about it was the lag and the hit detection. And I must say the Epic, you know, they did a hell of a job. They had 3 years, though. That's the beauty about taking more than a year to make a game. I ain't gonna mention no names, but you know, every year they don't drop a game. They actually take time and they actually fix their game. In the game, this beta was not on dedicated servers for the most part. You might have been on dedicated servers sometimes, every blue moon, but 95% of the time it was on peer-to-peer. I got host migration. I got a lot of host migrations in this game, and you can't migrate a host unless there is a host. But for the most part, this is the smoothest peer-to-peer multiplayer gameplay experience that I've ever played on. Smoother than any other multiplayer I've played. The hit detection is great. The bullets registered when you shot people, like, for the most part. Sometimes, like I said, you did play on some hosts that, you know, the lag was noticeable, especially if you played in public lobbies. Because when you go through public lobbies, they don't choose hosts but through matchmaking. It seems like Epic has improved their matchmaking host selection by, you know, 10 times better than what it is in Gears of War 2. Because public, that's why you think most people ran into public. Because, you know, first of all, they didn't want to play competition. And second of all, you know, they want to choose who hosts. Because if you went to a public lobby with a 5-man team, the match you found, you were going to go into a match and you were going to be facing all bots, all 5 bots. And then people were going to slowly join your lobby. It's just like Social Annex. If you go play Social Annex in Gears of War 2, the first match you're gonna find. Look at me with that dumb ass move I just did. But if you go play have a 5-man party in Social Annex, the match you're gonna find is you're gonna play against bots and people are gonna slowly join. So that's basically what you're doing. You're forcing hosts. And being ranked number 1 and number 5 and number 3 in the beta and public is just like saying I'm ranked number 1 in the world in Social Annex. It don't mean shit. But anyway, man, getting back to what I was talking about. That was my little rant about you know, people hiding in public lobbies and whatnot. But anyway, that was my little rant about that. Getting back to what I was saying, this beta overall, it was great. You know, the stuff that they added was not nearly as you know, as important as the stuff they took away. You know, the stuff that they added was way more important than the stuff that they took away. You know, they took away the fast wall bounce and whatnot, but they sped your movement back up. They sped the strafe back up. They made you where you can run through people by running through, and then Seth gave me that hell of a call out right there. I repay him back with a clutch revive later on in the match, I believe. If this is the game, I think it is. But dude would have killed me if he wouldn't have told me he was behind me. But anyway, right here, they made it to where you can run through people again. See, I didn't have to slow down at all when I shot right there. I could simply run through him, and I just ran through him too. But you can do that in Gears of War 2. All you gotta do is when you go around cover, there's no shot delay like it is when you sprint in Gears of War 2. They added a shot delay. I don't know why they added a shot delay. They added it in Title Update 1, probably because the crybabies on the Gears of War forums. You know, the Gears of War forums must house the worst players of the Gears of War community, because they wanted the old smoke grenade to come back to where it knocked you down for like 10 seconds and all that kind of shit. They actually wanted that ragdoll shit to be brought back to the game. And ragdoll is the reason that Gears of War didn't make MLG after the original release. Yeah, Gears of War 2 made MLG, but it got removed from MLG after the next year because of Ragdoll, and MLG doesn't play on. This game didn't. You couldn't give it the updates that it needed in order for it to make MLG. But anyway, I'm not gonna get into that. But this beta the connections were smooth. Epic fixed their net code. Epic fixed the hit detection problem. For the most part, it's still gonna be a hit detection problem when it's online. Even with dedicated servers, you're still gonna point blank people sometimes, and you're not gonna kill them. But what we wanted and what they did is when you point blank people, 85% of the time they die. I can deal with that 15% of the time. I just can't deal with that when you point blank people 75% of the time, like it is in Gears of War 2. You have to point blank them again, which, it's a problem, but it's something that everybody I know and all the good players I play with, we've adjusted to, and we have gotten good enough that, well, we can point blank you 2 or 3 times in order to get that kill. It's just something that you had to deal with, But anyway, this game, they fixed all that. Yeah, they took away the wall bounce. I mean, they ain't take away the wall bounce, but they took away the air bounce, and they brought the smoke grenade back. But the smoke grenade isn't that bad on this game. It's what it is it stuns you, yeah, but while you stun, you can still move. And now you can still roll around and you can still move, so it's not that bad. Only thing you can't do is change your weapon, and you can't shoot. Other than that, it's fine. And what else did they bring into the game? They brought 3 boom shots back into the boom shot, but the boom shot is still weak like it is in Gears of War. Like they reduced it to in Gears of War 2. You still have to put it up under somebody's feet to kill them. So, the only thing they did, they made the frags a little OP. I mean, the blast radius it seems like the blast radius of the frag is doubled. But when you plant a frag, it takes like 5 seconds for that bitch to actually go off. So, they balanced it that way. The ink grenade, people are having a problem with the ink grenade. I don't have a problem with it. It stuns you if it hits you. And not to mention that you can still plant it and make the area of effect to where you can't go in it. And not only that, the ink grenade actually lasts longer on this game than it does in Gears of War 2. It seems like it lasts for a good 5 or 6 seconds on this game and on Gears. Matter of fact, it seems like it lasts for a good 7 or 8 seconds on this game. And it lasts for like 4 or 5 on Gears of War 2. But I think I'm the last live right here, and my joystick fails me again. I'm going to hit this wall, and I want to go around the corner like I did early in the video. I'm going to want to slide. I'm trying to dodge the bullet. I want to slide around that corner. Instead, I dove to the left because my joystick automatically pulls me to the right sometimes. So if you see me randomly moving to the right, it's my thumbstick. It's my left thumbstick that's moving me that way, Or is it my right thumbstick? Whichever one of the it might be both of them. Shit, both of them regular as hell. But whichever one of the thumbstick, and I get quick revenge. I killed a bitch right there. That killed me with the sawed off. That's they brought the retro lancer. The retro lancer and the sawed off are the only 2 problems that I saw with this game. Other than that, it was fine. And that's the only 2 problems that I can find with a game, even though they are extremely frustrating. You got to get a game a high grade. So a B plus or maybe even an A minus is, I think, a grade that the game deserves. And it's only going to get better because, like I said, this was the beta. And one thing we know about Epic, they take care of their game. They fix their game and they take care of it throughout the lifespan. They still give 1,000 times XP weekends in Gears of War, in the Gears of War 2 series. And not to mention, they brought out another title update last year in May. That game was 2 years old when they brought out title update 6. They had stopped making any feasible amount of money. I know some people are still buying the game. And, the connections get worse in multiplayer. The longer the game come out, the worse the connection gets, because that's when the game actually goes to other countries. The game actually gets cheaper, that other countries can actually afford it, because, $60 is a lot of money to some people in different parts of the world. So a lot of people can't afford it. But when the game now, Gears of War 2 only costs like $10 new. And GameStop, I had to buy another copy of Gears of War 2, and I paid $6 for it used. So, the connections only get worse. But the beauty about this game is, it seems like, more like I was saying earlier when I was ranting about people playing public and bragging about it. But it seems like, here go that clutch revive. But anyway, it seems like Epic has fixed their matchmaking even better to where, good connections are actually getting hosts. Not the worst connection, but actually a decent connection that can support everybody else, and that's all you can ask for too. So, like I said, this game brought in way more good stuff than bad stuff, and I took a little time to give myself a grade because you know, I didn't want to do it right after the beta, because honestly I deleted the beta the day before the day it ended. I didn't even have it on my hard drive. I had already removed it from my hard drive because I didn't want to play it, and I was completely frustrated with the retro lance and all that shit. I had came to hate it. But all in all, if the retro lance and the sawed off are the only two problems of the game, then I can deal with all the rest of it. Like if you can adjust to Gears of War 2, you can adjust to anything. So, you know, all in all, like I said, if those are the only two problems, that's another thing I love right here. Just being able to run through a motherfucker. I think I got chainsaw. I don't know if I must have missed that shot, but being able to run through a motherfucker again, just shoot and shoot while sprinting and speeding the strafe back up, just speeding the game back up. I love that shit, and I love the hit detection. Like I said, for the most part, when you point blank a motherfucker, they die. I point blank the dude in this game, and he didn't die, and he actually killed me. But that dude was host, and you know, it's still gonna happen when somebody has host advantage. They're still gonna, you know, take more shots than normal to kill them. But in this game, you can't really. It's hard as hell unless you're playing on a bad connection to pick out who host is. I can name the people I knew who host was automatically. Due to Joe Man, when we played them, I knew he was host because his connection was bad. And that's just, you know, that's just California. California has bad internet, and everybody knows that. Just like New York. New York has bad internet. They get high speeds, but the shit ain't quality. You know, Thunder Toro tells you how he has Verizon Fios, and he has 35, but he can't get host. And the only reason, if you can't get host with 35, then your quality of your internet isn't that good. There's too many people on that line, or something going on. It's just bad quality. So anyway, getting back to the gist of the conversation. I know I keep going off on tangents, but you know, all in all, this game was a good beta, and it's only gonna get better because you know they're gonna test it. Look at this dude right here playing like a bot, one of the Call of Duty kids. And I just watched the video today of K-pop playing Gears of War 2, and that shit is hilarious. There you go, point blank that damn bear, but he was host. Point blank his ass. He didn't die, but you know. And I love playing with Melissa. Time is Drake. She ain't going for that bullshit. When you kill her with that sawed off, she will immediately switch to that bitch and start bodying people with it. I love playing with her. But anyway, we come to the end of this video. The beta deserves a B+, A- grade in my opinion. More stuff came in than more stuff left. Anyway, man, I'll get at y'all in the next video. Peace. I'm out.